morning, everyone. So I had a hard time sleeping last night because I was just thinking so much what's been happening with the corruption, with the government and the wasteful spending money. And it just dawned on me that all the fraud that they've been doing, like for example, sending money to people that's been dead, that's 103, 102 years old, from their social security numbers and stuff like that. And where's the money going? It's going to dead people, you guys. Money that's been sitting there or wasting is going to dead people that's unalive. And it just dawned on me, like, how is that possible? How is that they didn't catch that? You know, the fraud, the corruption. And how is it okay? Because it's not okay. It is definitely not okay. And it's just like, I just don't understand how the Democrats can allow this to happen. And then they're saying all these hypocrisy things about Elon Musk, that he's going through our social security, he's going through our bank information, when these people been paying unalive people that's been dead, 102, 103 years old, through their social security, and they're not even alive. They're dead. So where the money's going? And then the nerve of them to say that about Elon Musk, that he's going through our bank accounts, he's seeing our information, when they've been doing the corruption for decades. And now the truth is coming out and they're afraid. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys. That's illegal to do that. That's illegal to, you know, to pay someone that's dead. You know, that's like insurance fraud. Like if you're dead, right, and then you collect the money, but you're still alive and you're collecting the money from your insurance. Correct me if I'm wrong. Unless the law change, you guys. Unless the law change, that's a felony. That's fraud. And what they're doing is fraud. Now, if it was people like me and you were doing that, we would be in prison, okay? With a shadow of the doubt. We'd be in prison. We'd be locked up for life. But it's okay for them to get away with corruption and get away with what they've been doing for all these decades, and that's it. Because they work for the government, because they have higher power. So it's okay for them to do corruption, but then it's not okay for us to do corruption either. Like, we should have standards. So if you give the American people standards and rules, why they can't abide by those rules too? Because they work for the government. So because they work for the government, that's okay for them to break the law and do some shady things and hide the money, spend wasteful money to unalive people, but it's okay for them. But American people like me and you, we would be in prison. We'd be locked up for life. So how is that okay? It's like one standard is good for one person and the other standard is not good for the other. And it's not right. Everyone, if you break the law, you should take accountability of breaking the law. It should not be one exception to the rule. It shouldn't be that way. Period. It should not be that way at all. If people who work in the government and do some corruption things, they should be accountable. They should be arrested. Those people that have been stealing, they should be in prison. Point blank, period. And to me, it's just not right. And now that Elon Musk and his team and Donald Trump is aware of it, and us Americans are aware where our money's going, they're upset about it because the truth is coming out. And they have no one to blame but themselves. They're saying all this stuff about Elon Musk when it's not even true because they're guilty. If you have nothing to hide, and if you're clean and your conscience is clear, then you shouldn't be doing all this rhetoric things that you're saying to Elon Musk and Donald Trump. So apparently you're guilty of something that he is exposing to the world. That's basically what's happening, you guys. And I'm all for it. You know, if this is really true and it's not 100% confirmed yet that Donald Trump may give $8,000 to the American people, I'm all for it. And it should happen. It should be more, because it's not right that these congressmen and these Democrats, these people who work from the government, been lying and stealing for decades, especially the IRS. The IRS. I can't even imagine what they're going to find out in the Pentagon. Can you? I just can't. I can't even imagine what they will find out. And that's what they're afraid of. That's what they're afraid of. They don't want us to know the truth. But we are going to find out the truth, because you know what? We deserve to have answers. We deserve to know where our money is going. Our hard tax-paying dollars. We should know that. We have the right as American citizens to know about that. And I don't care what anyone says. We should know about this. And it should not be kept hidden from us. Period. It shouldn't. And I'm just astonished that, you know, that they got away with this for so long and no one did not see the paper trail. No one didn't see anything because they were all covering for themselves. They were all covering for themselves so they can have their money in their back pockets and then screw the American people. That's what they're saying to us. They're saying F you to American people. And you know what? We all should apply for working for the government. We should. As long as we have a clean record and we have no history of violence or background, we all should work for the government. You know why? Because then when we do some crazy or corruption things or shady things, we get a free pass. Because apparently they're getting a free pass for doing some shady things, and I believe they're not going to take accountability. They're not going to take accountability. There's not going to be. Well, you know what? Now that we're in a new Trump administrator, I hope that they take legal actions. I hope that they take legal action and prosecute those people who's been doing the frauds. Now this is a different administrator. Now it's not like Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. So I take that back. I hope that they do prosecute the people that's been stealing money, wasteful money, taking our tax-paying dollars and spending on things that have nothing to do with us. So I pray for that. And I know that will make it happen, because what they're doing is absolutely wrong. It's absolutely wrong. And it's just not right. It is absolutely not right. And I'm glad that we're finding out this now. Just imagine if it was in the dark and we didn't know about this. My goodness, it would have been a disaster. This country would be broke and bankrupt. And I'm glad that things are finding out. I'm glad that things are coming to the light, because us American citizens, we need to know. We need to know about this, and we need to stand up and say this is not right what these Democrats are doing to us, to our taxpaying dollars. If they can protest for no apparent reason because they look totally ridiculous and stupid, and it's just going to backfire on them because the truth is coming out. They're seeing receipts. They're seeing all the proof. So they have nothing else to say. All they're saying is rhetoric things about Donald Trump and Elon Musk, where it's not true, because they have nothing to fall back on. They have nothing to say about the evidence and the proof that we're seeing. What can you say about it? You can't say nothing. So if I was them, I would just shut their mouth, not say anything at all, take accountability, take the punishment, and move on. It's over. It's a wrap. There's nothing else they can say or do. And for them to just keep going on and on, it's just very pathetic, and it's not looking good for them. It's really not. And I just want to say this too. I am so happy and pleased that Donald Trump is approving, or he did a executive order for IVF for women, that, it's going to be free. I'm super excited to hear that good news for us women out there who are struggling to get pregnant. And IVF is very expensive. I never tried IVF before, but I heard from other people who went through it. It's very expensive. It's a lot. So I'm just happy that it's been confirmed that the IVF, anyone who needs IVF, it will be free, that people don't have to pay out of their pocket, especially insurance doesn't cover it, which is very sad and pathetic that insurance companies don't cover IVF. But I'm glad that now that we don't have to pay anything out of our pockets. And it helps a lot of American women out there who are struggling, including me, that I told you, in my past videos, that my husband and I are struggling to get pregnant, and it doesn't cover my insurance with all the tests and stuff like that. I have to wait until my husband gets his insurance, and he put my name on his insurance, so it can be covered, because my insurance, and I have United Healthcare, it doesn't cover it. It doesn't cover it at all. And it can be very costly and expensive. And I was like really down and out. I'm like, oh my gosh, how are we going to afford this? And then when Donald Trump made that executive order that, IVF and any treatments of fertility that is going to be covered, it's like, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. It's just a blessing from God that God made this happen for all of us, because it's expensive and it's a struggle. And now I see light at the end of the tunnel. So I have to thank foremost God for making this happen. Thank you for Donald Trump and his team and an administrator to make this happen for many women out there in the world who cannot afford IVF, who cannot afford fertility treatments, that it will be covered. And we don't have to worry about that now. You know what I mean? We don't have to worry about where we're going to find the money to pay for all the treatments. And then for the women that were struggling because they couldn't afford it, it just breaks my heart that they had to go through X, Y, and Z just to get pregnant, when the insurance company should cover that. They should cover, but the insurance company don't care about us. They don't care about the American people. They just care about their back pockets and kickbacks and everything else. But now that's going to stop, okay? That's going to stop right now, because now it's affordable for every woman out there who are desperately want to get pregnant, who's been trying for years. And now that's accessible for all of us. And I'm so grateful and thankful for that. I really am. So again, this is just great news. This is what Donald Trump promised, and he delivered. I don't care what anyone says. Donald Trump is like the best president. I'm sorry. I'm so proud to say I voted for him, and I know other people voted for him. And it's not about the left or the right or the red or the blue. It's about what's right. And Donald Trump is making things what's right with, healthcare, with IVF. He's making what's right in the government, cleaning out the corruption, taking out the garbage, and making us rich again. We need to be wealthy again. We're tired of struggling. We're tired of having these Democrat people having money in their back pocket and getting richer and richer, and then we're struggling. That ends today. Okay, that ends today. And I'm glad that they're stopping the corruption. I'm glad they're stopping everything. I'm glad they're seeing some paper trails and everything. And then the more things come out, the more damaging for the Democrats. It is, the more damaging. And then they look more foolish or more stupid. And they should stop while they're ahead and not continue with this rhetoric, continue with this nonsense, what they're saying, what they're doing, because they have nothing backing them up. They don't. They have nothing to say about it. They really don't, because they are guilty. They are guilty as sin. And that's all I'm going to say about that, you guys. Hey, everyone. Hope everyone's having a wonderful afternoon. So I posted a video today about the possibility that all Americans will get $8,000 stimulus check from the Doge because of the money from the IRS that wasn't been spent or waste for money, whatever the case might be. So I said a possibility, and now it may happen. I don't know 100% sure yet. Donald Trump has to approve it, but Elon Musk is telling people that it may be $5,000 per person for all American people that have been paying their taxes. So with that being said, he said that he has to talk to Donald Trump to get his approval, because Elon Musk doesn't have a say in this. So I just hope and pray that Donald Trump puts his stamp of approval on the $5,000 stimulus check, this refund check that everyone everyone should get, because we really need this money, because it's our money that we worked hard for, to be honest. So I hope Donald Trump, approve it and give this, $5,000 to everyone, rightfully so, because the government, the IRS, the Department of Education, probably the Pentagon too, been fraudulent for all these years, all these decades. And now we need our money back. We need our hard-earned money, and that's it. That is it. And get rid of income tax. Get rid of the IRS. The IRS is crooked. He is firing everyone left and right, because you know what? They've been nothing but dirty. Just doing sneaky, shady things for over decades and years, trying to take our taxpayer money and spend it on them, trying to tax us, give us interest. No, thank you. No, thank you. We're done and finished with this. So I hope that Donald Trump approved this. I hope that we all get $5,000. What would you do with $5,000? I can do a lot of things with $5,000, okay? I can pay one of my credit card bills and then be done, and then put the rest for a rainy day. because I want to be debt free by the summer of 2025, guys. I don't know about you, but I want to be debt free. I don't want to owe anyone not a darn thing. I want Donald Trump to clear everyone's student loans, because I know some students, their student loans are wiped off. Mine is still not wiped off. I'm still paying it until this day, you guys. I'm still paying it, and it's from the Department of Education. Go figure, right? So I'm still paying that, and I want that to be wiped off. Also, the IRS, I don't want to make any more payments on the IRS because they're a bunch of crooks. So that should be wiped off too. That should be slate clean for me, and I shouldn't owe a darn thing. Especially I've been paying for the last 3 or 4 years. I've been paying back. I haven't got any returns since I filed. Since I've been here in Orlando, I got no returns. I just kept owing, and paying monthly payments to the IRS. And then they added interest rates because I didn't pay the whole balance off. It's enough. So yes, we deserve that $5,000 or more. I hope Donald Trump approve this and say, yes, give the American people $5,000, because we all need it. And on top of that, it will boost our economy, because once we get that money, a lot of people are going to spend it, rightfully so. They deserve it. They deserve to spend their hard-earned money that was going to illegal migrants. Okay, illegal migrants, you guys. It was going to illegal migrants, and enough is enough. Now it's our turn to use that money and to spend it on us or our children or bills, whatever you want to do with it. Obviously, it's in your discretion, whatever you want to do with that money, if we get it. That's a big if, and I hope we do. And that's it. That is it. And I'm just like, I'm just like disgusted, with the government. I never trust the government from the get-go. I knew they were all crooked, and they were not for the American people at all. They were just for themselves, and then just getting their bank accounts, richer, or their bank accounts more money. And yeah, they didn't really care about us. They really don't. They don't want us to know the truth about anything. They just wanted to keep us in the dark, and they did. I'm not gonna lie, they kept us in the dark for so many years. And now, like I said, and I am gonna keep saying it until I'm blue in the face, when things are hidden in the dark, God brings it to the light. And he is tired of the darkness, okay? He is tired of the corruption. He is tired of how people are mistreating the American people. He is. So this is why things are coming out to the light now. And people don't like that. Because you know why? Because it affects their pockets. Because they're finding out the truth, and then they may get penalized, and they may get in trouble. They may even, go to prison for all the fraudulence they've been doing. You feel me? So that's what's been happening. And that's what I know so far. So it's not 100% confirmed yet, but it's in the talks that Elon Musk has to talk to Donald Trump about this, about the $5,000 refund check. And like I said, I hope Donald Trump say yes, because he's been doing such an amazing job already. He's been for the American people. He's been making things happen from the jump, doing interviews, saying a lot of things that we wanted to hear, and he's delivering. It's not all about just talk. He's making moves. He's making moves. Okay, he's just not walking the walk and talking the talk, whatever that saying goes. But you know what I'm saying. He's making moves. He is making move, and he's taking action. That's it. And it's just incredible. It's just incredible. And I actually see light at the end of the tunnel. I really do, you guys. And I know that you guys been wanting to see the light in the tunnel. You guys been like struggling, trying to make ends meet and trying to support your family, trying to figure out the next when the next food is going to be on the table, how you're going to pay your bills, and which bill is important. It's tough. It's been tough for each and one of us for the last 4 years, guys. You're not alone in this. I struggle a lot, my husband and I, that, we constantly, fight about what's the most married couples fight about? Finances. And that was the big issue in our marriage, finances, because we didn't have it. We had to try to figure this out, try to figure that out, how to try to pay rent, how to do this. It was really tough. And I'm going to be quietly honest with you, it was really a strain in our marriage sometimes, because it was just really, really tough. And we were going through tough times. Among like other people out here, it's just, it's just really tough. But I kept telling him, we have to be positive. We have to continue praying and then trusting in the Lord and put all our worries in the Lord's hands. And he's always on time and he's never late. And it is certainly true. We've been through it a lot, and especially among all of us around here too, that we've been through, trials and tribulation, and we've been struggling financially. And now that Trump is in the White House and he's our 47th president, things are going to get better. It's going to take time, obviously. He has 4 years to do it. We're in a new year and things are going to get better, but he has to clean up the mess that Sleepy Joe did, and Kamala Harris. It's a big mess that they made. Horrible. It's disgusting. And then now you're upset with Donald Trump because he's trying to clean up your last president's mess, your vice president's mess, with the war, with the inflation, all that stuff, and you people had the nerve to complain about eggs? Like, get serious. Get serious here. Eggs, we all know eggs are expensive, but you never said anything when Joe Biden and Kamala Harris was in office. You didn't say anything about that. But now Donald Trump is making moves and he's making things happen. Now you're trying to discredit him because he's not improving of eggs. Get serious, y'all. Get serious, okay? And the only person you should blame is your last president. Your last president who effed everything up in our country, okay? And now Donald Trump and his administrator team and everyone that's backing him is trying to clean up the mess that Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe, and Kamala with word salad is fixing. And that's a lot of work. But Donald Trump is making it happen. This man don't sleep. That's what I'm wondering. Does he sleep? Because he doesn't sleep. And that's the kind of president that I want. That's the kind of leader that we need and we got. You get what I'm saying? That's what we have. Making things happen. Not just not talking to the press, not informing the American people what's going on, every now and then. He is talking to the press every single day, you guys. And that's what we need. We need a strong leader not going to let other countries know and put them in their place. No, you're not going to do this. No, you're not going to do that. You're going to stay in your lane. And that's what Donald Trump is doing. Sleepy Joe didn't do that. He didn't half the time. He didn't even know what he was saying or doing because, again, he didn't run the country. He didn't run the country for the last 4 years. He had someone else do it. It definitely wasn't Kamala Harris because she has no common sense. She has no brain up there. I'm sorry to say, she has no brain up there. All she gives is word salad and the same crap that she's been talking about. That makes no sense. So, who's been running the country? It doesn't really matter. But it was sure enough wasn't Sleepy Joe. It wasn't Sleepy Joe running the country. That's why everything is so messed up right now. But Donald Trump and his administrative team is cleaning it up. Elon Musk is finding all this waste for money. And let's keep in mind, Elon Musk don't have no skin in the game in this. This man is a billionaire and he's doing all this for free. He don't need the money, obviously. He don't need the money. So I don't care what people say about Elon Musk. I don't think he cares either because the man is a billionaire. He's saying to himself, what is wrong with these people? These people are just so unhinged, protesting, saying all these crazy things about me that I'm going to get their information, stuff like that. When sure enough, the IRS has our information, people. They know our social security number. They have our bank information. So you're not worrying about the IRS who has all of our information, and then you're worrying about Elon Musk trying to get into our information when he has no access to. It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense. Again, when you don't have nothing to hide, then you shouldn't be saying anything. But when you're giving all these propagandas and saying all these crazy nonsense things, to me, you have something to hide. To me, you're hiding something and you don't want Elon Musk and his team to find something. And that's basically what it is, okay? The proof is in the pudding, and he's finding proof left and right, you guys, left and right. And us Americans, we need to know. We need to know the truth. We're entitled to know what our taxpaying dollars is going to. And rightfully so, he is telling us. And the Democrat people, they don't like it. I'm sorry. Boo-hoo. I'm sorry. The jigs is up, Democrats. No more. You're finished. That's it. You're finished. No more money in your pocket. No more corruption. No more lies. No more all of this nonsense you've been doing for the last decade. Okay? You're done. You're finished. Okay? The mega team is making things happen and is going to destroy you and put you on notice. Okay? And expose the corruption that you've been doing for the last decade. That's it. That's it. That's it. And I'm just happy and thrilled, and I'm along with the ride, you guys, and I just cannot wait. I just cannot wait until Donald Trump do the executive order that he said, yes, give all the American people $5,000. I'm telling you, everyone will be happy. It will be a blessing. It will help a lot of Americans, because we do need the help. Because again, before I end this, it's just not fair that all the money was going to the illegal migrants, that they were just living basically for free off of our tax-paying dollars, when each one of us had to wake up early to go to work, to do what we have to do, especially jobs that we don't even like, that we're not happy about. But you had these illegal migrants committing crimes, getting all these free things and living this luxury life, when you have hardworking American people who's struggling. Make it make sense just to get votes, and they end up losing anyway. Donald Trump is in office. They lost, okay, because they lied to the American people, saying that Joe Biden was mentally impaired when he wasn't. He was lost. He was gone. And I'm not making fun of mental health. I'm definitely not. But they lied to us, saying that he was perfectly fine when he wasn't. He was mentally declined. And we all knew it when he did that debate with Donald Trump. Okay? We all saw it. We all saw it live. And then we knew that they were lying this whole time to us. And then they put Kamala Harris because they had no other choice to put her, because they didn't have any else. But anyway, I don't want to go backwards. I want to move forward. And like I said, I know that things are going to get better with time. And Donald Trump and his team are working as fast as they can. And they're doing an amazing job doing what they need to do. And I commend them. I'm going to continue praying for Donald Trump and his team and Elon Musk. They keep working, keep finding more corruption things and expose them. I'm just very curious with the Pentagon. Woo. If they can find the Department of Education, the IRS, I can't even imagine the Pentagon, what they're going to find there. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching That's It with Cheryl, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.